Well. A day late and a dollar short, we have the Nintendo Switch has finally arrived, or at least it damn well better be. Got my box cutter. Let us very carefully cut this open and see what is contained inside this Amazon box. And see if it is what we truly want. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's the Nintendo Switch! What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and I am here on the day after the North American launch of the Nintendo Switch, and a lot of retailers, including Amazon, had problems getting these out in time for launch day. And to me, if multiple retailers are having problems getting your product to the customers for launch day, that sounds like a supplier issue, and the supplier is Nintendo. Surprise, surprise, considering their problems with Amiibos, NES Classic, all that shit. Nintendo just dropping the ball over and over and over. So just looking at the outside box here, I think it's interesting that there's no mention of actual individual games here. Like, there's no footage of Zelda, there's no screenshots of Zelda, there's no, you know, hey, Mario this year later on, or anything. It's just literally the system itself, which, you know, that seems like a pretty Nintendo thing to do. So I'm going to kind of crack it open here and see what we can see with this Switch. Now, there are all kinds of just internet things going on right now with the viability of this thing in terms of the reliability of the left Joy-Con having sync issues and potentially the dock scratching the bezel outside the screen, which seems like, isn't that the first thing you test when you say, okay, our main thing is putting it in the dock. If the dock scratches the screen, that's bad. So here we are when you open the box. You've got your left Joy-Con, right Joy-Con, and the Switch itself are kind of the first three things that you see here. So here is the entire game console, which that to me still is insane. I mean, I understand that the tech is, you know, a Tegra 1 or whatever, so it's not, you know, especially new tech. It's been in the NVIDIA Shield for a while, but having a brand new game console, or, you know, I guess the successor to the 3DS, more or less, but having consoleized graphics in this thing is still, for $300, is still kind of crazy. To me, anyway. And you can see where the slides are for the Joy-Cons and that kind of stuff. We've got game card slot up here, a little fan deal here, volume, power, charging. Like, I understand you gotta put it somewhere, but having the charging thing on the bottom when you want to, like, say if you wanted to charge it and if you wanted to kickstand it and also charge it, you kind of can't, because the plug goes in here, and that seems like a bit of an oversight. Obviously, you can't do it on the sides, that's where the Joy-Cons go, but, you know, the top's here, like, you should have re-engineered it for that. Anyway, got your Joy-Cons, got your left Joy-Con, right Joy-Con. You can play games now, split again for the first time since the Wii. I mean, well, you know, you had the option on the Wii U, but fucking who did that? Because why would you do that? Got some sync buttons here. You can, you know, slide on the little wrist strap dealies, and not having a proper D-pad is weird. And, you know, kind of got your plus and minus there. That's not a D-pad. It's like that's just a button. It's like a start and select deal. But yeah, I would imagine playing this like this is not. This is not comfortable. Like, so. Oh yeah, it's easy multiplayer. This is not. This, like, my hands aren't huge, like, you know, I am not an especially hefty individual, but I can imagine if your hands were, you know, a bit bigger than mine, this would be a real hard time. This is the left one, and this is the right one's, like, even worse. Like, I'm not even sure how you would. That seems like you want, like, multiple Pro controllers, and those are $70. So, like, that seems crazy to me, how you would do that and play it like that and use, you know, this. But the right one's, like, way worse, because your thumb's way over here. Like, that seems like an incredibly insane way to play video games. I don't know. Moving on, we have whatever else is in this box here. We got our safety guidelines, system updated, because of course there is. It's 17, I've got plenty of HDMI cables, that's not really an issue, so whatever, oh boy! Power brick, because of course there's a power brick. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put that just yet. Just yet. We've got, one of these for the Joy-Cons, you know, slides on there as a safety strap, because, you know, motion controls in 2017 are back, baby! So I got those two deals there. And then this is the controller deal, which does not charge the Joy-Cons. The Switch itself will charge the Joy-Cons, this does not. And if you want one that charges the Joy-Cons, it's 30 bucks. No thanks. Okay, so, we got our Joy-Con and our Joy-Con holder, and this should just very easily slide and click. That felt pretty good. That felt pretty satisfying. Slide and click. Now, this ergonomically doesn't really feel great. Like, I honestly really want a Pro Controller, but again, they're $70. So that's a little bit off-putting for comfort, but I might just end up doing it anyway, because, you know, I gotta play a lot of Zelda. And P.S., I had a copy of Zelda yesterday. Best Buy came through. Amazon, not so much. But here's the thing, with the charging one of these that costs 30 bucks, there's no battery in it. Meaning that the only way these things charge, the Joy-Cons charge, is if you have this middle part that you cost 30 bucks plugged in, which is insane to me. And the final piece of the puzzle is actually a bit heftier than I expected. A little heftier than I expected. It's the dock. The dock says, I might just scratch your screen. Sorry. So here's the thing with the dock, and you can almost actually see it here, is that this part here should be a little bit, hold on, if I can get a good shot here. This should be a little bit, like, it needs to be a little bit more that way. It's leaning in this way. And because it's leaning in, if you can see here, where this is here, that's just hard plastic. There's no felt there, it's just hard plastic. You can kind of see here, like the right of this thing is leaning in a direction that it shouldn't be leaning in. It should be going literally straight up. That seems just like bad design that nobody really tested properly. And people have been putting felt tips like right here, so this part does not scratch the Switch screen. That seems like an insane thing that should have been caught in their QA, but Nintendo is gonna Nintendo. Now, for anyone who owned a 3DS, an original launch model ambassador version 3DS would know this isn't the first time Nintendo's had screen scratching issues. There's a reason that my 3DS has this in here, because when you closed it, it would scratch up the screen right here and right here. So the only way to prevent that was to put one of these deals, which, you know, is not the best thing in the world, but this is my launch model, and it's got no scratches, so I'm doing alright. Okay, there's a button here, hit the button there, and then it slides out. So we're gonna put these, we're gonna slide these out here. That wasn't that bad. And then I wanna put on the, oops, I'm just dropping them now. I'm just dropping them now. I wanna put on the rails here just to see how that works. No, okay, they're the same. So the rails are the same. Either way, you get a little rail here, and then you've got extra buttons up here, which makes it a little better, but still, it's not. I would not say this is a comfortable experience for controlling anything. Now, getting the rail off, okay, it just takes a little bit of just, to get it off. So, there's certainly concern for, you know, things wear out, like electronics wear out. If you're constantly doing stuff, metal and plastic might wear out eventually. So that being said, let's take our Switch, and by the way, this screen is plastic, not glass. Now, I had this cheap-ass tablet that I got from Sprint for free that has glass. Apparently, they decided, well, glass can shatter, people drop phones all the time, let's go with what they did on the Vita, which is having a plastic screen. Which would be fine, if not for the fact that supposedly the dock has the ability to scratch up. Now, it's not the screen itself, it's the bezel here on the side. But still, that shouldn't be happening, that should have got caught in QA, and Nintendo, what are you doing? So let's slide on our Joy-Cons onto the system proper. and then power it on and see where we are at with this Switch. So here we go, Nintendo Switch. Hello, Nintendo Switch here, in full, and Jurassic Park in effect as always. And I'm gonna get in here and power it on and see what it looks like. There is power button. Let's do this. Nintendo. So yeah, there we go. It's gonna be a lot of glare in here because there's some bright freaking lights in here. What are you gonna do? What else is new? Oh, Switch! Switch! Oh no, don't get me flagged on music, Nintendo, and your goddamn YouTube garbage, because that's what you always do. Let's see if the Switch can get on my Wi-Fi. I've heard some reports where people are having problems getting their Switch on their Wi-Fi, so it shouldn't be a problem. But clearly I was expecting too much, unable to get on network. I've got plenty of good wireless in this house, so that's kind of nonsense. So a number of options here to choose for your user icon, but I don't see Waluigi. Where is Waluigi? Waluigi number 1. So there we are. That is your completely barren home menu. I need the system firmware update. I need to put in Zelda and get that updated and all that good stuff, but I can't do that until I actually get the system on the internet, which will hopefully be as soon as I finish recording this video. And just as a side note, the game boxes here, number 1, are a gigantic waste of space, and no, I'm not going to taste the cartridge. But B, they are very similar in size to PSP. Just very, they're a little bit thinner, but very, very similar in size to PSP games. So that's going to wrap it up for this video, Nintendo Switch. I gotta get this thing on the internet before I can do any further impressions, and considering I kept failing getting on my Wi-Fi, that might be a problem. That is my next step for today. So thanks for watching. I'm attackslug. Definitely some Nintendo Switch video coverage coming real soon on this channel. Obviously some Zelda, I want to pick up snipper clips, and beyond that, who knows? But thanks for watching. More videos every day, and I'll see you next time, right here on this channel, and I'm out. Switch!